Good afternoon. I'm back with Words Matter, so let's share some words. Today, I want to talk to you about expectations. Expectations are something each of us have, but if we don't communicate our expectations to others, sometimes we can have conflict. Unclear expectations can lead to resentment and make people feel unsupported. Clear expectations can help them to feel supported and provide a sense of stability. I think about when I first got married. Naturally, two families coming together, there was some expectations that were different. And some stuff we managed to communicate good in the beginning, such as dividing work tasks. But when it came to other things that we didn't think of, there were some different expectations. I remember my husband, he didn't call whenever he would go somewhere after work when we first got married. It was because in his family, that wasn't something they did. So it wasn't an expectation for him that he should have to call. We had to talk about that and we had to work that out because we each had a different expectation. For me, him not calling was causing me fear, but for him, it wasn't a big deal. So I had to learn to change my expectation. When it comes to events, a lot of times we have to be careful that we're communicating to each person what is expected of them. Make sure that they hear what's expected and that they write it on their calendar or do something to make sure that they remember what's expected. I remember going to the Dominican Republic, and one thing that I really appreciated is that we had meeting ahead of time to let us know what the expectations would be for us. And not only we were we told that what the expectations were, we were also told to expect that things might change. And I appreciated that because things did change at times, and knowing that things could change helped me to have an expectation that things may not be exactly as the agenda originally intended. Whenever you're communicating, also make sure that the person can hear what you're saying. There's a story by Mark Gungor about how his wife was getting very upset with him because he wasn't doing what she was asking him to do. And he said he really was trying to change, really trying to pay attention to her and do whatever she wanted. And it came to a point that he started wondering if something might be wrong with his hearing. So he went and he saw the doctor. But after the examination, the doctor's like, "Your hearing's perfectly fine. I don't know why you're here." So he started paying attention to whenever she was communicating with him, and he found that as she was telling him the things that he needed to do and giving him vital information, she was actually walking into another room. And then she walked further into another room until she was all the way across the house on the other side, still talking to him, still giving him vital information of the things that he needed to do, but he was completely across the house and couldn't hear her good. That's not the way that we should communicate our vital information whenever we're giving our expectations of what someone needs to do. We need to not just give those expectations. We need to make sure that they are listening and that they're within the vicinity to be able to hear what we're saying. And also just make sure that they're receiving what you're saying. Maybe they're a person that has to write it on their calendar. My husband says, if I don't write it on my calendar, it's like you never told me. Remember, make sure that you are communicating your expectations clearly so that you're creating a sense of stability with people. Unclear expectations can lead to resentment, and we don't like to have resentment in our lives. So let's communicate. See you next time. Bye.